Hey, everybody, it's your girl, author Doc B. She's in the building. And guess what? We have a special treat for you tonight. Now, Bring It to the Table is a podcast. It is a safe place for anyone to come and discuss anything they have overcome, conquered, survived, and are living beyond their dreams. You don't want to miss it. You all know that Bring It to the Table is an offspring from my book, The Three C's. And everybody knows I'm in recovery. I talk about it all the time. My book gave birth to this podcast. And tonight we have a special guest. Now, let me go to Facebook and I want to edit the privacy because I need everyone. I need to make this public because I need people to see tonight. You are about to witness, okay? You are going to witness the first guest on our 8-week summer series titled Surviving Addiction. Yep. And people are going to be pouring back into the community. They're going to talk about who they are and how they maintain. Thank you all for joining. I see you all. Thank you so much, Carolyn. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Monica. Thank you, Queen. Hey, peace. I see you all. Betsy, hi. Uh-oh. She said, hey, Stink. I already know who that is. Listen, I ain't going to waste no more time. I'm just going to bring her right on. We have Nicole Mack is coming in the building. She'll let you know her clean time. She'll let you know her story. We are going to get into it, the meat and potatoes of recovery. How did you survive? What was it like? We all know what it was like, but she's going to tell her specifics. And we're going to focus on how not only did she survive, but how she is now thriving. Before she come on, let me tell you why I picked her. I picked her to be our first guest tonight, audience, because I watched her walk. And then I looked on Facebook and she's in Japan, she's in Tokyo, she's overseas, she's around yonder, she'll let you know that is living beyond your dreams. And she's going to tell you how that made her feel, why she continues, what's next for Nicole Mack. She's going to tell you about the wedding. Oh my gosh, she's married. Nicole is married. So without further ado, oh my God, please click like and share. Put the comments. Somebody say, come on. Oh, look, you all are so excited and ready. The chat is blowing up. I'm going to bring her in. Let's bring her in. Come on. There she is. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, please meet Mrs. Mack. Nicole Mack is in our presence. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for coming on the show. Thank you for being a willing participant and one of my greatest, biggest supporters, my love bug, my everything. We have so much history and we got a lot to share with our audience tonight. And we're going to start. I have a series of questions. The audience is going to be typing some comments. We're going to get engaged and we're just going to get into it because I know that Nicole Mack did more than survive addiction. So, first question. Who is Nicole Mack? Who is she?
First of all, thanks for having me. You are special to me personally. Who am I? Hey, I'm loud. Let me just tell you that I'm loud. I'm happy to be alive. I'm loving. I'm caring. I'm determined to finish whatever I start. I'm genuine about helping others. That's who Nicole Mack is. Thanks everybody for joining us tonight. Next question, Felicia.
Yeah, no, next question. We getting ready to elaborate on that because see,
that's
all about.
Okay, so who am I?
And look, and I know you're all nervous.
Yes.
I know that. Look, and I know about the naysayers. People, you can't talk about recovery on your podcast. Yes, the hell we can. We can do anything we want. Just so you know, you are on Twitter, you are on LinkedIn, you are on Spotify, you are on Instagram, you are on Facebook, you are on XT something, I think it is. You are all over the world right now. And tomorrow morning, when you wake up and you see those views and you see those comments and you see those people, you deserve the accolades. You deserve to be here. You earned a seat on this podcast today. You really did. Okay. And so you
Okay.
said Nicole is loud, and Nicole is love helping people. So where did Nicole come from?
So I'm born and raised in North Philly. My family, we lived at 7 in Clearfield. I have a lot of brothers and sisters. I'm a twin. I have a twin brother. We're half hour apart. I'm the oldest. I don't let him forget it. Um,
Oh, I met his little
you
handsome self.
know,
Let me tell y'all some audience. He handsome too. I met his little chocolate self. Okay.
we are a family that has lived all around Philadelphia. We from East Falls, 7 in Clearfield, Richard Island, 32nd and Ridge. Like I lived all over Philadelphia. Um, growing up was tough. Growing up was tough. My parents did what they did, and they loved on us to the best of their ability. Gave us our needs, most of our needs. We were basically my older sister. Basically stepped in as our mom. She was fun. Um,
Wait a minute. So I know all your sisters.
okay,
So are you talking about Monty, my new BFF?
yes, I am talking about Monica, aka Vanilla, aka Stink.
Hey.
I gave her both names.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the
She
names
said,
were in.
hello, y'all. She's on now, isn't she?
Hey, Stink!
Hey, Stink.
My number one nephew on here too. Rav.
I see Rev. Oh,
That's my number one. Like that's Mr. President. I'm the first lady. Like
okay.
um,
Okay.
so Sting, the names were invented because I didn't want to be Nicole. So I created the name Chocolate Bunny. It was a stand with chocolate bunny, melt in your mouth, not your
Got
hand.
your hands.
So the name stuck with me, and that led me into Shaquan.
Mm-hmm.
Shaquan became the person that was down for whatever, whenever, however,
Mm-hmm.
and that's when the drugs took over.
Okay. And so Shaquan, let's talk about her a little bit. Is that okay? Are you
That's
okay
okay.
to talk about her?
Yes.
All right, because I know that is someone who is now deceased
Hmm.
and try to escape every now and then,
Hmm.
right? And
Hmm.
so, um, can you tell us a little bit about that character, that part of your life?
I sure can. Oh, my husband should be on it too. Hey, babe!
Let me see where he at.
Mac better
Okay.
be over here.
So listen, since you saying names, I'm just going to tell you who's on. Okay, you have a plethora of people. It's right now over 210 people, 100 and something in different countries. Right now on Facebook, you have I got 3 different Facebook channels, so they're all over the place. But in your family, they're all here. Everybody's here. I see Monica. I do see Mac. I do see. Oh, they go Takesha. Hey, Takesha. She said, "Hey, y'all." And then
Takesha!
there's Patricia. Patricia, see, hi, Patricia. Thank you for joining. I really do appreciate y'all. And who's this other person? I don't know this other one over here, but I can't pronounce the name. It's pretty hard. Might be someone from overseas because they come a lot.
It's
Then you got Terrell, and then you got YouTube. Let me see who's over here on YouTube, girl. I got all these screens and stuff. Anyway, they're all here
fine.
and they're
That's
all
fine.
supporting you. And I'm so grateful that they support the show and that they are on right now. Someone wrote in the audience. I want to hear this comment. It says, "We are all adult children of alcoholics." Who wrote that?
That could
Mine.
be
Mine.
Monica or Terrell.
Mhm,
One of them.
mhm. They said that. So they have hey Rel. Okay, so they talking to each other in the chat. But so
Okay.
now
So
Shaquan.
the character Shaquan. So I can tell you a little bit about Shaquan. Shaquan is ratchet, rowdy, in the streets, don't care. Like Shaquan don't have no filter. Shaquan will pull up. We try to keep Shaquan under arrest. Shaquan was invented by me, and at the time, my best friend. We used to do a thing called the introduction of the party line. And the
Mhm.
party line, I didn't want people to know who I was because I didn't want to be known as Nicole. So we
Mhm.
created these names, Shaquan and Taquan, and I
Mhm.
became Shaquan, aka Shay Shay.
Oh God, get out of here, girl! I'm
That's how
telling you.
Shaquan was invented, from being on the party line. I'm taking my sister back down memory lane.
You should
Monica
see.
was
You should see them. Look, they putting like, ooh, she did all that. They like, ooh,
Monica was
yes.
there for it all. Monica was there for it all. Like,
Mhm.
I love her so much. I'm getting emotional.
Oh, I know. That's okay. That's how you supposed to be when you reflect.
We've been through a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And she just never turned her back on me. She never turned her back on me. So with Shaquan came the partying, in and out of vehicles, in and out of this, in and out of that, the abuse, the abusive relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Shaquan been through it all.
Mm-hmm.
Shaquan became Nicole's protector. Um, and my sister was just always there.
Yeah. She's just a sweet spirit. Her and I worked together once before, and she became my friend. I'm telling you, she's just amazing. When you visited me, and it's a backstory, folks. For those who may not know, Nicole and I are very, very, very close. Very, very, very close. And she's more than a sister to me. And I elected her purposely because I watched her come into a process of getting her life together, recovery life, and that's why I invited her to the show tonight. So you keep doing what you're doing. They're in the audience. They're saying, "Oh, hey, baby, I'm here." That's Mac. Hey, baby, I love you. Thank you for joining. And they're all in the audience telling you that, and so that's okay. The tears are real, folks. I need you to understand that the tears are real, and that okay. And that when you come on the show and you are able to be your authentic self and you talk about where you came from, now we're going to talk about where you're at right now because you came from this life uh, of Shaquan in the streets of North Philadelphia and South Philadelphia and East Falls and everywhere that you just described to the audience. And then you said that led you to a life of using substances, correct?
Abuse
How,
and
how
substances.
comfortable are you talking about using substances and which
I'm
kind?
comfortable with talking about everything because everything that I've been through made me who I am today, and
That
I'm
is
not ashamed of it.
very good.
The joyful tears. It's
Mhm.
emotional because every time I revisit my past and what I've been through, I'm just so proud of myself for where I'm going and where I'm heading and what my higher power has in store for me. And I'm here for the long ride, and I'm here to tell any and everybody, always, always be who you were meant to be. Don't sugarcoat anything. A lot of people complain that I'm loud and I'm this and I'm that, but guess what?
Yeah.
When I'm not loud, when I'm not talking, because it's a lot of things that I took for so long. I'm now free. I'm now free from it all. You
Uh-huh.
know, so
Uh-huh.
every time I reflect, it's always emotional. You can see all my
Yeah.
pictures behind me.
Oh yeah, them the people. Don't show the people. You don't want
Um,
to break their enemy. Don't show the people.
you
But
know,
look, let me
so
tell you this. I'm very proud of you. Listen, the audience is going crazy. I'm gonna have to be so brutally honest with you. I don't remember having this many comments. And this chat just keep popping and popping and popping the way it is tonight, Nicole. You
that's,
brought all these people together
that's
tonight. You really
right.
did.
So
All
you
over.
said that you wanted to talk about the substance abuse. So the substance abuse came about July 31st, 2010. I got into like 8 different altercations with like 8 different people. And the last straw was when I got to my twin. My twin
Mhm.
did some things. Everybody know I love my sneakers, and it was just a wild
Mhm.
night for me. And
Mhm.
I threatened to kill everybody in the house. And he called the cops, and they was like, you Nicole R. Kelly, because that's my maiden name, Nicole R. Kelly. I was like, ain't no Nicole R. Kelly. I'm Shaquan. You better call me Shaquan, officer. Like, I was
Uh-huh.
being loud and ratchet. I was on day 8, ain't had no sleep. I did everything from crack
Mhm.
cocaine to
Mhm.
popping Tylenol PMs,
Mhm.
Advil PMs, drinking 211, Four
Mhm.
Loco Loco,
Mhm.
mixed with Absolute. Like, I was out my mind.
Mhm.
And
Sure.
my twin called the cops, and when they came, they wasn't going to arrest me until they called my mom. My twin called my mom. My mom came home from work, and she was like, "Yeah, that's her. That's her. I've been
And your
302
mom,
her."
that's my girl. Your mom, my girl. No, she did. No, she
They
did. No,
took
she
out to me prior to July 31st, 2 months ago.
did.
So
Okay.
they could never catch up to me because
Okay.
again, I was Shaquan. I was in these streets and I didn't sit still. So
Okay.
then one day I decided to go home and I wanted to pass out. It just didn't happen, right?
Uh-huh.
So they took me in. They took me in. They didn't arrest me because I was suicidal
Mhm.
and I was under the influence. So what they did was they took me to a place called Einstein
Mhm.
on a 7th Tower, which was for suicidal people. I
Mhm.
stayed there. I stayed there till August 6th. August 6th is my clean day. August
Mhm.
6th, 2010. They were sending me home, and my mom begged for them to not send me home because I was going to die or get
Mhm.
locked up.
A mother's prayer.
So a mother's prayer, yeah. So then my mom, the bomb diggity, she paid my sister rent for 5 whole years when my sister went, but that's another story. But my mom is all that, okay? My mom will pull up,
Well,
okay?
you do know I do know her. I have spent time with her. We have traveled with mom, and
Yeah,
I have supported her
mom
in
will
different
pull
things, and
up.
she support
You
me.
sure did when I became the main speaker at the Little Girl Grow Up
Uh-huh.
convention.
Uh-huh.
I love you so much, Dr. B. Like I was on your journey through all of this. The book,
Mhm.
the doctor, the
Yep.
college, the graduate. You pushed me to
Well,
do mine
we're gonna get to that.
to
We're
that.
gonna
But
get
let
to
me
that.
finish this. So August 6, 2010,
Uh-huh.
um, Gerard Medical Center had just opened a
Mhm.
woman's floor for recovery. And guess what? I was the first one. I was the
Wow.
August 6, 2010. I was the first female to get that floor started.
Wow.
I actually named it WOW, WHOW, Women Helping Other Women. I
Uh,
didn't have no female friends. I
mhm.
didn't like females, so they made me the greeter. I had to greet every woman that came in behind me.
So now stop right there. So what you're explaining, hold on, I want the audience to hear this. You deserve that round of applause. You really do. So you deserve it. I really wanted to take a moment and give you that. And so what you're describing to the audience now is that you entered a life of recovery.
Recovery.
Is that treatment first at Gerard?
Treatment at Gerard is where the recovery process began. The before Gerard was the suicidal attempts on my life, and I had to get help for that first.
Okay, I
So
got it.
after that, they sent me to Gerard because like I said, they opened a floor. They didn't know if it would be a success. And I was the first woman there. And then other women started coming behind me. And I then began the process of recovery.
Nice. Praise God. Praise God. I'm so proud of you. I'm telling you, I'm your number one fan. I really am. And so, in this process, we go to these special places where we help each other stay above ground. And so that we won't, these 12-step meetings, that's what they call them. We can't say
Correct.
the names to protect everyone and everything that we do there, but that's where we go. And that's where you and I met.
Exactly. You and I met because it was mandatory for us to go to the place.
Yeah.
And the director of the place where I was at, he had so much faith in me, Doc, that he allowed me to take the women to the place by
Mhm.
myself
I
with
remember.
no staff.
I remember.
So and
Mhm.
and and the attraction to you was you was loud like me.
Just like that. I was waiting for you to get to it. But Jeremiah had them sneakers on, honey. He had them sneakers and he had
And
my
it's
Jordan on
nothing
that
else.
day.
Me and my baby, we stayed with those sneaks. And then you would, at the time, that guy used to make sure he had fly sneaks. I'm like,
Oh
yo,
yeah.
when
I
you
ain't
get
been with no dude with no shoes ain't as jacked up. I'm sorry, I had a pet peeve. They
and
saying, baby, tell a story. Look, people, wait a minute, hold on. I got people in the audience. Let's talk to them. You got to hear this stuff.
that's
People in here saying, wow, Tower 7. I used to work there. Somebody's on here now saying, Tower 7. I remember her. I used to work there. People saying, get those numbers right. Get it together. Yeah, baby, tell the story. Like you got the audiences going straight crazy. I've never had this much interaction. They're saying, come on, Aunt Nikki, tell it. Do your thing. Say, oh, someone says the Livingston. Oh, Celeste says it's Jewel. I'm here. I'm here. So they want you to know that they're here. They're supporting you, and people know your story. They're
Mhm.
here and they know your story. So now, when you got into recovery and we started making these meetings and stuff, what happened then?
So as I started making the meetings, I then started to gain a little bit of hope that I too can make something of my life because I always thought that I was going to die an active addict. I never
Mm,
knew that it was possible for me to get my kids back. I buried two daughters to sudden infant death syndrome. I
mhm.
wasn't supposed to have any kids.
Yeah.
I wasn't supposed to have any kids. I was raped. I was beaten, and they
Oh,
destroyed me. And my God said, we're not done with you. Just stay in position. I
yes.
kept wanting to leave. I kept wanting to run. I didn't think that it would work for me until
Yeah.
I didn't have nowhere to go. I
Yeah.
didn't know where to go, so I had to stay. I had to
Mhm.
stay. I had to trust the process. I
Yeah.
began meeting people like you, Dr. B. I began meeting other people. I'm not going to shout their names out, but I
Yeah.
began to
Mhm.
meet these women, and they
Mhm.
started to love on me just
Yes.
a little, to where as though I can then begin to love on myself. It
Yeah.
took me to get 38 days clean before I can look in the mirror
Yeah.
to
Mhm.
learn to know and learn Nicole. Because I was
Mhm.
Shaquan for so many years.
Yeah. Mhm. It's all right. I understand.
Oh man.
I understand.
I was hopeless. I just didn't see this future. I
Mhm.
did not see this. Um so now I'm going to the place. I'm dragging my son with 6 months clean. I went before the judge.
Mhm.
And they was fighting me. They was fighting me. They didn't want to give me back my child. They tried to adopt. I fought. I stayed in position, and they rewarded me full custody of my baby.
Come
He
on.
said,
You
he
should
said,
see the hearts. The hearts is going crazy in the chat. Thank you all for joining. Thank you for the hearts. She definitely deserved the accolades. Somebody said your honesty is what attracted me to you in the first place, Nicole. Somebody's on here saying, but God, my God. I mean, you got the chat going crazy. People saying, tell your story. That happened to me as well. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Thank you all for joining. You heard it right here from Nicole Mack herself. You too can recover. So we're going to go to the next level. She talked about her humble beginnings. She talked about the North Philly street life and her being a person that she never even knew that she was, and then coming to love Nicole. She said, I came to love Nicole, and the people start loving on me, and in turn, I start loving myself. So the message in that, folks, is to allow people to nurture you. You cannot recover by yourself. That's what my book is all about. And now you've heard it from Mrs. Mack herself. So now I understand my next question would be, you met a man. You met a man.
I
So
met a man that loved me.
and how
For
many years were you? How many years did you
I
have
met
when you met
I
that
met
man?
my now husband 4 years clean. May 14, 2014. God sent this man to my life. I knew him in active addiction. I knew
Mhm.
him in that street. Like, he knew Shaquan. He never knew Nicole, but he met Nicole May 14, 2014.
Uh-huh.
Been in my life ever since. He
Mhm.
proposed. I got my ring July 24th. Yes, ladies, love is real.
Now
Okay.
I'm gonna go back one more. Not only did she meet a man, let me tell y'all, she already told y'all she done met the ladies and they carried her until she was able to carry herself. You went to school.
Yes, I went back to school because I have my high school diploma. I had my library card. I was able to vote. I had a driver license. I came in recovery with these things. And Dr. B was
Mhm.
like, "You can do it. You can go back to school."
Mhm.
And I was like, "No, I can't. You know that commercial when you crack that egg and then
Uh-huh.
you're on drugs? That was my story." And I
Uh-huh.
dropped the fear of being scared.
Nice,
Let
nice.
me just say, honest student, okay?
Uh-huh.
Graduated, top of my class,
Okay.
bachelor's. Hey! Oh, let's not forget Dr. B kept pushing me.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
now one class away from
Uh-huh.
receiving my master's.
With a round of applause, giving them applause, baby. Come on, where my clapping at now? You messing up with the clapping. You got to bring that on back in there, sister. Give it up for Nicole. Y'all heard what she said, right? Don't act like you ain't hear what she said. Don't act like you ain't hear what she said now. She said she done got her bachelor's, one class away from her master's, and quiet as kept. Doc B is pushing her to be Dr. Nicole Mack. Let me hear you say it. Let me hear you say it. Dr. Mack.
Yes, you
Let me hear
is.
you
You
say it,
is.
Dr. Mack. Let me hear you
Dr.
say it.
Mac. Dr. Mac.
I'm so super proud of you when I tell you. Your husband is like, oh my God, you got me smiling ear to ear. Someone's on here giving me the peace signs, the greetings. Thank you very much for joining. Please click like and share, leave comments, do whatever you need to do to get the word out that we have the wonderful Mrs. Mack on with us tonight, and she is dropping jewels on you. And some of the get tidbacks that I've written down from her story is that she didn't do it by herself. She allowed herself to be loved by others, and the fear she that was trapped with eventually went away, right? And then she was making these meetings, 12-step meetings, to help support her recovery and keep her grounded in moving forward on this uphill journey. Abstinence from all mind mood altering substances. She informed you that she used just about every drug on the market. Now she is happily married, living in a home. Oh, yeah. You own the home, correct?
I own a home and I'm a foster parent.
And see, and you can do all those things. You see,
I take
you
in
can do
I
all
take
those
in
things.
children
So
of need.
yes. So let's try to wrap it up and bring it on in, right? So now
Mhm.
I want to tell this one story when you came to my house. I gotta tell it. I gotta tell it. I need to talk about that. I need to talk about that. Because one day I was married to these people. I said people because it was them. It was a lot of demons. They seemed like a bunch of demons. You was like, they getting out your house today. I was mad. I don't think I was crying, but I was so angry. And one thing that Nicole, when she has this spiritual principle of loyalty and commitment that she lives to the flaw. There's no flaw. I mean, cross the T, dots the I's, live to a fault. her commitment and loyalty to, she is not going to let you go if you mean something to her. And I know now you all can see where that loyalty is coming from. I came in there, I said, to go. This what they did. They done stole the money. They keep on harassing me to buy this and do that. And I was on the way getting my doctorate, but I ain't never been broke. We always made money. Once you put the drug down, your lifestyle is going to put back. So you're going to make some money. That's going to come. I couldn't stay clean, but I was doing it at this time. And I said, I don't want to lose my clean time to go. And I'm, what? Ain't nobody going to do nothing to you. And this is early in her process. I absolutely adored it. And I knew she can get away with it because she was clean and crazy. And it was okay because when you knew, you can do that. You can behave as such. What you do? Tell the people what you did.
I pulled up and cleaned house. That's what I did because Dr. B was too loving, letting them walk all over her, and I had enough. I had enough. And then it went on crazy. She was like, "No, Cole, we don't handle stuff like that."
We in recovery. We don't do that no more. But then the
that
inside of
me, the other baby, they left though. Look where she at now.
She got him out. Yeah, she got him out. I finished my doctorate degree and became a doctor, and she got it out. So I'm so proud of you. What's next for Nicole? Wait a minute. We got a question for Nicole. Okay. What legacy do you want people to know you by? Because you just talked about Shaquan. You just talked about all this other stuff. So what legacy would you like to leave behind? That's a very good question, Monty.
Mrs. Nicole Mack. And I just want people to know that it costs nothing to be kind. Mm-hmm. Guess what? Guess what? The blessings come in when you help others, even when you don't want to, right? Yes. Never give up, right? Mm-hmm. Skies is the limit. Anything you want to achieve, you can achieve. You just got to do. Be determined to finish whatever it is you started. Right. Also on a flyer, it talked about living beyond my dreams. Right. If it's okay with you, Doctor.
That's it. I was on my way there.
I want to just talk about the traveling and how it all got started for me. Mm-hmm. So with 60 days clean, I went to visit my baby father, and he was still abusive. Mm-hmm. And I never got on a plane before, but the train ride, and Monica, my sister on here, she can verify this story. They got us to the train station. I say us, I'm talking about me and my son. We got on here, we rode the Amtrak, we got to the place where you at now, Dr. B, and the man was still abusive, and I didn't want to take no more. So they said, if you get on a plane, you'll be home in an hour or hour and 40 plane. It was scary, but we got it done. Mm-hmm. But the traveling started, Dr. B, when you took me to the place. When you took me to the place.
Yeah.
This is decent. Yeah. It was on and popping. That was 2015, and it's been on and popping ever since.
Every time you see, you can look at your timeline. I just want to tell the audience, if you get a chance, please go and request to be her friend on Facebook. Mrs. Mack has a wonderful timeline that tells a wonderful story of her life, how she started in her recovery journey, how she survived addiction and living beyond her dreams. You will clearly see her, even with her sides. When she was skinnier, then she got bigger. She seemed like taller to me.
225. I was 225.
I remember that. And then you can
now weigh 168.
Mm-hmm. Well, there it is. Y'all better go play the lottery, okay?
And my timeline, and I can tell you, Dr. B, I just came back from Dubai. See, I got my Dubai.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's Abu Dhabi. I know that shirt.
I've been to Abu Dhabi because there are two different places. I've been to Abu Dhabi. I've been to Dubai. Been to Italy, Egypt, Punta Cana. Just traveling beyond my wildest dreams. And listen, I don't know how I'm able to do so, but my higher power said I'm good for it. Mm-hmm. So my ticket has been stamped. Traveling is one of my. Listen, I love to travel. Like this, is the longest I ever sat still. This is the longest I ever sat still, but I'm planning my next trip. Living life beyond my wildest dreams. I can tell you my end goal of all of this. My plan is to write a book once I graduate in October with my master's. I go back August the 21st. The reason why I'm not in now because I passed summer 1 and 2 last year. So
Uh-huh.
school told me to go on break. So I'm on break. I
Yeah,
miss
you
school.
need one. Don't you think you need one?
No, I want to get it done. I got to keep. I got ADHD. I'm hype. I got to keep it moving. I got to keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Right. So with this time, I'm learning how to sit still.
Mm-hmm.
And in this time, I picked up a second job. So
So you're not sitting still.
I'm not, and I'm still traveling. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So my
Somebody
end
said I'm
goal
getting my
after this.
passport. I want to go stink. I love food. I want to go eat. I get my passport. This is what they saying.
I did. I took my stink. I took my. She ain't never been nowhere. She kept telling me no. So for her birthday, I took her to Las Vegas. Oh, and
Nice.
she
I
cried.
saw y'all pictures. I saw y'all pictures. That was hilarious.
She cried. She cried. But I got her butt out of here, you know.
Good.
But my end game, Dr. B, and I really want to just walk in your footsteps. You are my motivation. You everything. You my cheerleader. You my professor when I need you. You my therapist.
Yeah, a
Like
couple
you
of
wear
them
so
classes got
many
my
hats.
name on it. A couple of them classes got my name on it.
Yeah,
Okay.
you just listen. When you showed me how to, remember when I was struggling, you was like, come on over, and you was like, oh, I'm impressed that you know this much, and
Mm-hmm.
that lit my spirit. I
Praise
said, oh, I
God.
can do this now. She
Yeah,
believed in me,
I
you
sure
know.
did.
But my
Mhm,
end goal is to write a book. I want to
mhm.
write a book,
Nice.
and I want to open a recovery house.
Nice. That's beautiful.
So
I can see that.
that's what's next for me. I'm gonna continue
Mhm,
taking in the children of need. I'm gonna continue that because that's my passion. Because I too
mhm.
was a foster child, so it feels good to be able to open my home for a
Nice.
child in need. Yeah.
That's
So
beautiful. Your story is amazing. There it is, folks. Somebody said Felicia is all that and a bag of chips. Me?
barbecue, boo.
That's
She
Monty. She
on
loves us. That's Monty. That's my second new best friend. Don't start. Don't
mine.
start. My best friend is actually on here right now. She's listening my day one from my recovery process in
Mhm.
Frankfurt. She's on here. So, oh, Timmy just joined us. Hi, Timmy. Timmy says the sky's the limit. Go for it, Nicole. She's so happy for you. You know her. Somebody saying, hey, ladies. Let me see who this is. Oh, that's Delphine. Delphine Ellington. Hi. Thank you for joining. Hi, Tommy. Thank you for joining. Hopefully, we'll get some of you on for our addiction series. Tommy is watching. Thank you all for joining. We really do appreciate that. Any questions for Nicole? Somebody says, I really admire. Oh, they admire your voice. Ooh. Watch it because her husband on here. Don't go, don't start nothing. The voice text, I
Well, no,
admire
he
her.
know what he got,
Oh, you
but
got people saying the voice text, I admire you. Okay, so they're talking. They're saying that they're talking in their voice text and it's talking, but it's okay. That's Miss Ellington. So you got a lot of fans. How you feel about the cheerleaders and fans? The hearts are going up. It's crazy.
what I can honestly say is I'm a magnet for people, and my nephew on here, Rev, can vouch for this. Everywhere I go, people cling to me.
Mhm,
Everywhere we was out just last week, we
mhm.
was walking to the car because he made me park my vehicle, and he wanted to chauffeur me around in his new BMW. Go, Mr. President!
Go ahead, Mr.
Anyway,
President.
we in the parking lot, Dr. B, and I heard my song. You know, I love music and karaoke, right?
Mhm,
And I
mhm.
just started singing when they started partying. We was in the lot partying and singing. He
Well,
was like,
I'm not
I can take you
surprised.
somewhere.
Uh-huh. I'm not surprised. Oh, hold
Everywhere
on.
I go, people love my spirit. They
Yes,
love
they
the
do.
energy. I match any energy, and
I'm
it's
going to give
always
this to
about
you. But
having
not
fun.
only that, hold on. But not only that, I've seen you take over parties. Go get the microphone and it's going down. Party was bored and dull. You get the microphone, the party on and popping. Let's get it going. And I think that is with your creativity, who you have become, and your ability to want to have a good time and show light to other people. Well, watch this. There's a couple of comments. There's a guy named Tommy Davis on here, and that's my friend too. Hi, Tommy. I love you. We used to work together at Self Help Movement. But he says Nicole has always brought the fire, and he put all these fires up. And much love and respect. Then you got somebody saying, love you, Nicole. Her name is Pam. Pam Gauze is up here. She said, love you, Nicole. And they're clapping and they're doing all these things. Listen, you are a force to be reckoned with in my life and my personal recovery. I'm grateful that we crossed paths. I'm grateful that God got you here to stay. We went through a lot together to get to where we are today in our relationship. That'll be a whole different segment. But just understand, when my closing rewords, you're going to think about your closing remarks as you're about to give them. But my closing remarks for today, folks, is when you find genuine people in your life and in your process, whatever that process may be, you could be recovering from cancer, recovering from anything in your mentals. I don't care what it is. When people are genuine and worth fighting for, please use the discernment and know who you should fight for in your recovery or in your life, who's worth it, and find out who really supposed to be shedded and fallen off by the wayside. There's periods where Nicole and I have to not talk because she can become a lot. But I have learned, all I have to say is, Nicole, not right now. I'm doing this, that, and the third. And she'll go, all right, I'll catch you next month. Right? And that's it. We taught each other how to treat each other, and we just fell in love with each other. We're still in love with each other, and we're there for each other no matter what. I got you. She got me. I know that without a shit. Anything, I could pick up that phone, and guess what? Nicole's showing up. She's proved it on multiple times. Multiple times. What's one thing that Nicole want to change about herself for the better? That's the question, and you can close with answering your closing remarks for the audience.
One thing I want to change for the better is putting expectations on people.
Nice.
I gotta lower. I gotta learn to lower my expectations to keep from being disappointed. My closing remark to everyone is I love everybody. It costs nothing to be kind. If it's something you want to do it. Don't let no one tell you that it can't be done. Because guess what? Determination is all it takes. I thank all of y'all for coming out tonight.
Mm-hmm. Well, there it is, folks. You heard it right here from your girl, author Doc B. She was in the building with Mrs. Nicole Mack, dropping it like it hot. Boom, drop the mic, boo. She done
Bam.
told y'all already. Got to get some people to love you, honey. Get the people to love on you because they are going to help you get to where you are going in life. Somebody's in the audience. They was like, I need help. Great interview. This is really nice. Blah, blah, blah. Thank you all for coming. I will see you next Thursday. Oh, boy. The lineup. You kicked us off, Nicole. You kicked us off. But the lineup for the next 7 weeks, woo, you don't want to miss it. Please go to my YouTube channel, bring it to the table with your girl, author Doc B, and hit subscribe. Please click like and share. You can go back on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Spotify. We're on Spotify now, y'all. Nicole, I'm going to send you a link where you can always have it in your phone, listen to it, and send to other people who were not able to make it. I love you all. Let's say goodnight to the people.
Good night.
Night, night. We love y'all. Love you, Cole.
Love you too, Doc.
So awesome, they're saying. This was beautiful. Hold on.